Oh, what an ugly screen. Sorry. Gross. Should have put on a nice image to look at. I'm sorry about that. Oh, baby. Yeah, it's quite gross. I'm gonna try 720/60 today. Oh, it's already dropping. Oh, it's dropping, it's dropping, it's dropping. Saturday, probably a lot of people using the internet, you know. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's not going good at all. It sucks. Drop it down. Okay, I'm gonna stop streaming. Come. There we go. Okay. Ooh. All right, stabilize for me, baby. Good, 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 good. All right, they're trying to kill us. How's everybody? Prince, Teddy, me. Findy's and Ferb Star Wars Specials are Season 4, Episode 24 and 25. Boba Fett is the original clone is not the true original story, according to a man named Teddy Belcher.
Go!
Douche! Kick him! Man, the music is just... I mean, is music not so incredibly important for scenarios like this? Oh. I just feel it so much more. Alternate path.
Over here! How do they want?
Oh, I guess she's trying to draw them away from Joel. No.
Oh man.
At least the horse doesn't seem to be suffering. Good God. He's found an old cartoon series called Silver Surfer. Yeah. That kind of like 50s, 60s style animation where they're just unrealistic bodies. Unrealistic body models for our young men. How can we ever match up? Love that bass. You guys are gonna die.
I'll search out here. You guys, look at that.
You guys.
I got this fucker.
Yeah. No.
You're gonna pay for this, you little shit.
They are 100% realistic, though. They're superheroes, and they have bodies that are attainable by going to the gym. And they have superhero-like motivation.
Flanker!
Look how painful that is. Oh, they're probably not expecting it. Oh, it'd be horrible to get hit by an arrow. Especially in movies, it always seems like they have to, like they have to break the arrow off, push it through, or pull it back out. And then cauterize it. Where are these guys? I make a med kit. Leo! Leo! Cat's getting old. Goes to the bathroom, then he like whines. He mournfully calls. Leo, 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 Leo. He sounds distressed. Like he's lost or something. Sad. Like that horse dying. No guys on the radar. Going to distant worlds today. That Final Fantasy thing. A lot of the time people that complain about on-the-table standards are just people that are too lazy to actually work for the bodies they want. Yeah, I wasn't genuinely complaining about it. I know I'm lazy. I do, there are some forms of exercise I really get into. I like, some sports and stuff.
Whoa! Cover me! Fuck!
Oof, that bass. Makes me want to play Bully. That had a good bass soundtrack. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Damn! One punching down. Doom, doom, doom. Where's that other arrow? There it is. So we know this guy's gonna come in here.
Get to make that call. How many of our guys were killed there? I don't know those, huh? Screw David then. I'm taking this.
Ooh.
I just want to finish up with that. This is my ass.
There's just people. Just want to go home to killing this girl.
Hell, you guys, check that cabin.
Ring Fit Adventure. Right. I got the lav mic. I got the space. I got a somewhat okay bit rate. I mean, right now I'm at 3500, so I can do a decent 720/30. I tried to do 4500 for a 720/60 or like a 1080/30, but no.
Son of
Darn. Take me now. He's running away. Kill me. I think it cut before she did her death twerk. Alright. I know that there's bottle.
really killing her?
Dude says she wants her alive. I don't think you can close the door after you open it.
I didn't know that was her.
Oh man, Last of Us 2 is going to be so badass. I like that he said gonna get into Ring Fit Adventure. It's not like I'm gonna get Ring Fit Adventure. Just getting it is one step, but getting into it is the big thing. This isn't really a place to hide. Although there's this thing. This couch.
Fuck!
Try again. Oh, that's so... Death work? Nope. So upsetting, that sound she makes. That almost like she's sort of crying. I mean, can you imagine like a 14-year-old getting hit by a grown man like that? Grown bastard.
He doesn't get to make that. James told me it's killed me. How many of our guys? No, that was her.
It is, man. The only real legitimate argument for unattainable standards is the overabundance of Photoshop. Absolutely. Change your body proportions and body shape. Yeah. Or like, where you're giving people that have maybe a very slender frame, like say Keira Knightley, but then photoshopping her to have large breasts. You go, well, that's just not really how bodies work. So now you got girls that might have that same breast size and wonder, well, why do my hips look this big? And it's because that's what you look like. Because that's how it works. It's sort of a scale that goes up. You have larger breasts, you're probably going to have larger hips. And that's fantastic. You're a woman. Or like, you know, me always being sort of an overweight guy. I'd see these like skinny boys and guys as I'm growing up. And they would have like a six-pack, you know. But they always think of themselves as too small, you know, too skinny, weak. So it's all like a trade-off. You can only be what you are, and you can try to be the best version of that possible. But you can't make magic happen. Oh, there's a guy.
Piece of shit.
Hello? Hey, you okay?
That's what it's like when I'm trying to talk to Stella. Stella, hello? Are you there?
Motherfucker! Hey, spread out!
Right in the knee. Oh, that didn't count? Oops. The game's trying so hard to be like, okay, do you want to shoot him now? We'll have him stand right here. But the people with the six-pack are still doing things based in reality, whereas Photoshop can just override things. Exactly, yeah. You can have like a six-pack, but then these like huge shoulders and that kind of like extra mass. Oh, this gun's so powerful. Love it. And he drops some bullets, some shells. Drop us something. Oh, shotgun. I love the sound of that, the way the bullet firing has that long echo. Go to the gazebo, the lovely gazebo. You'll have a very peaceful time in our gazebo. Oh, the music, impeccable. Speaking of music, I'm gonna go see Final Fantasy Distant Worlds tonight. When you're a bodybuilder, you don't need Photoshop. I bet you some still use it though. I could see that because some people, like when you're bodybuilding and you start if you're a bodybuilder that starts becoming very obsessed with how you look, I could see them noticing every little flaw, even something that doesn't even exist to anyone else's eye. Right? So I could see them wanting that extra edge. And that's an outlier, or it's not saying everybody would be like that, of course, but I could see it happening. That's in every case. That's just a negative case from every group. Is that what you're trying to point out, Matt? Man, the second holster is actually pretty useful. Having a long range and a short range weapon at hand immediately is pretty great. This feels like there's one guy sniffing around a corner. Yeah, they're the outliers. I just think of like bodybuilding competitions and stuff where people are greasing themselves up and they're like not drinking any water or something the day before. Is that it? Or is that more for like bringing your weight down for like a boxing weigh-in or something? I know the little tricks they do to try to look good in a competition. I mean, a competition definitely brings out outliers because you're using every possibility to get the edge, right? So that's more what I'm thinking of. Rather than just somebody who's a bodybuilder and does it for themselves, their own physical and mental well-being. There's one guy somewhere. Where is he? Not drinking water is so your definition is more visible. So you don't bloat it out. Don't fill it up with water. I was watching an interesting show on HBO the other day called High Maintenance. It's about a guy who delivers pot on a bike. And every episode has new characters. Sort of like, almost like short stories, but he's the connective tissue for them all. And the nice thing about it is that it's really showcasing a lot of different kinds of life, you know, people from all walks of life. Genders and sexualities, races, and just like lifestyles and hobbies and jobs. Okay, who the hell's that? Oh. Going back to the bathroom. Anyway, it's a pretty good show. It's pretty funny, but it's sort of like I'll just take the hit. It's sort of like reality based in a way. There's a lot of like sort of people with naturalistic dialogue and oh no, way back here. Yeah, when he went whoop 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 whoop, change my mind. Back to the bathroom.
He doesn't get to make that.
Okay, I didn't realize it was gonna send me all the way back here. Guess I was trying to save scum my way through it. Guess I could go out that way.
Go check the house.
Is there a guy moonwalking in here? Yeah. Woof. Look at the range on that knife attack. Ah! Hey, Felix. Isn't there another guy coming up? Uh-oh. I don't want to watch that. You sadistic fucks. Ellie dies pretty quickly? You know what? I didn't notice that. I guess so. I mean, I'm kind of into... I feel like when I get a hit, I just want to... Especially this close to where I started from. I'm thinking more like... I'll take the death and get the health back, you know? Look, you have to angle it up. You gotta see what you see. He's the boss. If they're unaware, a leg wound will be fatal. Kind of reminds you, you've never died using Ellie. Whoa. Prince, were you playing on hard? It's so satisfying to take them out stealthily. Can I shoot him through the window? See, this is a fun setup with all the different windows and angles and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. The bow is amazing. It's nice of them to give me a couple extra arrows here. I don't know why there'd be arrows, but alright. Guess there's some kind of fight going on. It's a you, not the prince. Can I get my arrows back?
Where do I go?
Should be a nice pile of arrows over here with all the bodies.
Where'd they go?
Ooh. That's nice. Guy's a little bug-eyed. You played on normal? Couldn't play scary games on hard? Well, what happens is when you die a million times, it actually makes it less scary. Because it becomes more like a game and you know that there's no consequence. Other than, like, if I died here, I'd have to go really far back. That's the consequence. Sort of like Dark Souls. Full? Full? So I think normal might be scarier because you're sort of pushing through. This is on hard, yeah. I think so. Yes. No listen mode in Survivor? I guess that's a place you could put your barbecue. Speaking of scary games on hard, you finished Evil Within on Nightmare. That's one where you can barely see, right? Looks like Tomb Raider. Does look like Tomb Raider. The only one left is Akumu, which is where you die in one hit. Ulfrin is lurking off. Welcome, Ulfrin. Ulfrin. Like wolf, but Ulf. Like das German, das Deutschen. Wolf. The Wolf Pack. I think it's not always the same situation whenever if you die in the same area. You just want to get through the scary moments fast. Okay. I mean, I find I get, like, desensitized to it, you know? Ulfrin is Old Norse for the wolf. Ah, I was close. Wolf. Ulfrin. It's a beautiful word. Thank you for sharing that. That guy has the high ground. I wonder if he can see me. Stabby stab! Uh-oh. Darn. He got the angle. Yo, Daryl. How you doing, Daryl? Kuriyami is the hardest DLC difficulty where you can only see with the flashlight. Nightmare is harder in the main game where enemies are more powerful, faster. There are less resources. You're good? Fantastic. Me too. So excited for my day today.
Show yourself.
Okay. Where do I go?
They do a good job making these guys seem kind of menacing, like covered faces, slouched over. The hood just looks uncomfortable. They do not look friendly in any way, even the way they're walking, kind of like leaning forward, kind of Cro-Magnon, like a gorilla. Like a predator stalking it, stalking the prey. Climbing step.
Nature track. Okay, that should get me out of here. You got this, Ellie. Okay, don't fall in the water. Don't fall in.
What water? That's snow.
Oh shit.
This really reminds me of Half-Life. Crazy how often that comes up. They know just where to put the movement in, like work on the. That's a nice looking ponytail for video game standards. You ever seen the hair they try to make in the WWE games? Only 0.6%, less than 1% of people finish Nightmare difficulty. I like that there's enough people that start it and then don't finish it. You'd think that the kind of people that would start a Nightmare difficulty would feel like they need to finish it, not just start it and then never play it. Or is that more like only 0.6% of the of everyone that's played the game can finish it on Nightmare difficulty, not necessarily starting the difficulty? That would make more sense with that percentage. You like how getting shot feels like someone hit you with a paintball gun. Yeah, it's more like paint. I'm like, ow, that stings. If that happens 4 or 5 more times, especially from long range. I guess gunshots, they had to decide, is it going to be, I don't know, we're going to be realistic or frustrating or what? Let's see. Tomb Raider hair. Oh my god. Is that what her hair really looks like? Oh, it's luscious. I don't really like that look. I see The Mandalorian Season 2's coming out, but my least favorite character from it, well, least favorite actress, Gina Carano, the MMA chick. She's a very weak actor. She's seems to be having like a larger role in it. Everyone that played the game, you're going off trophies. It looks like most that finished Nightmare also finished Akumu. Since Nightmare's 0.7, Akumu is 0.6. Did I just go backwards?
This damn thing is blocking me.
Unattainable thinness standard.
Not this way. How the hell do I get out of here?
I don't know. Ooh. Cool. Negentropy. With Captain Ryan's leadership and Daniela's technological expertise, the raids of the Last Watch have become ever more daring. As a scientist, can she bear to use her gifts for destruction?
Here we go. Jeez.
I needed to go triangle pulling.
That's the way back. Hang in there, Joel.
Looks like a house and a shooter. Like a multiplayer game, you know? Gotta go through those. Played Borderlands pre-sequel just now. What a weird game. How so? Just the story or the everything about it? Do you think Borderlands came out and they realized like,
Where is that kid?
people think we're funny. Okay, let's have a million jokes. Piping means blowjob in Dutch. The more you know. The jokes. I found Telltale's Borderlands one of the funniest games ever. And it made me wonder, is that because Borderlands is really funny or because Telltale are great writers? Because they wouldn't use the same writers, right? Oh, they're like nice dynamic music of you killed somebody, this guy's going towards it. Slightly elevated tension. Oh. Paintball guns!
Fan out!
The knife sound and the vibration feels so good. For some reason, you never seem to finish pre-sequel because you just get bored of the story. I feel like I would want to play Borderlands on a PC. I think having accuracy and messing around with that kind of stuff would be the most important for me. Played Shadow of the Colossus, was really fun. I've killed 6 Colossi. I really enjoyed my playthrough of that a lot. I liked the simplistic nature of it. And
I got this fucking
ah,
kid.
crap. Go to sleep, Ellie. When you're low on ammo, look to other strategies. Yeah, I love Shadow of the Colossus. It's just such a simple thing. Here's a world to explore. It's kind of empty, but you can find some salamanders. Here's some bosses to kill. They're big. They're different. It's great. I love how simple it is. It's like Space Invaders. Sonic Forces is free on PSN. I think I've actually missed out on a bunch of PSN games. Sonic Forces. Sonic Forces is short? I never finished Sonic Mania. I got into the mania of Sonic Mania. The Sonic Mania of Sonic Mania, but I didn't beat Sonic Mania, even with the mania of Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania Mania. Welcome to Wrestle Sonic Mania. Some Colossi were pretty frustrating for you to find. Oh, yeah. Because sometimes it would... I mean, you're just kind of following that sword light. And you can... I find like when you're kind of cutting through the canyons and stuff. Who is that? The different ways to kill them? Yeah, they managed to keep it pretty... They managed to keep it pretty fresh, considering this. It's like always going to be somehow getting on the Colossi, finding the weak points, and stabbing them. I love that one where he's like bending over and looking down, and there's the 2 connecting pipes. That was fantastic. Yeah, I love that game. What a cool moment in gaming.
Damn it. Gotta be around here somewhere. Let's check over there. You, search down there. Where the hell is this kid?
Uh-oh. That worked out well for me. You gonna turn around? Do I still have my shotgun? Yeah. Where could you be? Jesus. Ah. I'll take it. Sometimes the light would shine down a path that was the wrong way to go. You had to go around a mountain and get behind it. Yeah, that's where yeah, like in the canyons that would connect the mountain and stuff. That's where I found the most issues with that. The nice thing is that it's an older game, so you can find walkthroughs pretty easily for that stuff. You could just have a map. But it was a beautiful way to explore. And there's no enemies to worry about, which is nice. See, that's the way the game told its story through every element of the gameplay. There are no enemies. You're the only thing going around killing things. This is a world of perfect harmony. It was a PS2 game, yeah. Well, the PS2 really struggled to run it.
Yeah.
It was one of the games, that and Dark Souls, that absolutely needed a remaster because it was a game that should be preserved and a game that could use a bump up in the frame rate. Oh, The Last of Us is a PS3 game. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's no way the PS2 could do this. Oh. They get less menacing with every knife stab. Turn more into little babies. Ah. I'm just having a gunfight here. No, it's just Red Dead Redemption. But see that's the thing with Shadow of the Colossus is that they put all the development in the engine into having these big colossi, so they went with an emptier world. But it meant that it made you feel more lonely, and it made you feel like your character is the only one killing little lizards that you find and killing these colossi that you find that never attack you until you... Well, I guess they still attack you when you go towards them. But actually, the first one, I think he doesn't turn around until you hit him with an arrow. It's the first time he becomes aggressive. PS5 launch games? Oh, you bet your ass it'll be Knack. Knack is back. Do you like some Knack? Ico Part 2. I'm glad they got to figure it out with Ico. Last Guardian, I'd like to give a play. That would be a really nice, damn it. Yeah, some do attack when they see, right? So it's not all, they're not all purely non-aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I finally have all the consoles of this generation. Now it's time for a new one. I think the PS5 will be the one I'll get. This is a thing that Microsoft kind of does, is that they try to do things for the players that end up making that make their consoles not necessary. Like, they give you the option that if you have the game on PC or Xbox, you can play it anywhere. Okay, so that means that if you have a PC, you don't need an Xbox. You could have a PC and a PlayStation. Yeah, it might be more convenient, but you're going to have access to more games if you have the PlayStation and the PC, right? You're not getting any consoles? You're a PC guy? Usually people with names from Norse mythology have PCs. Of course, the Norse gods were the first ones to have PCs. That's a generalization. How dare I? Such a Sony pony. Alright, guy. Get out of... Now I'm just getting a little experimental and impatient. Possibility for it to be Bloodborne 2. You think they have a surprise up their sleeve? Are there any surprises anymore? Odin uses Windows XP. The best was Windows NT 2000. Windows 2000 NT. It was like XP, but it didn't have all the flashy stuff. It was rock solid, man. It was the best. God damn it, Micah. Where the hell are you? A lot of PlayStation exclusives, Xbox 2 are coming to PC anyway. That's right. PC sells more games than all consoles combined. Oh, I'd believe that. PC's worldwide, and there's lots of games like... But a lot of them are free. Does that count? I think even with the free games out there, PC's still selling more.
Find you, fucker. Here we go. Who's that?
Who is that? Who could that be? I don't know if who's that is the best random dialogue when they know who it is. Is there someone, like, behind me?
Gotta be.
Over this way. Don't check over there.
Use macOS. They're pretty solid and stable. Yeah, it is overpriced for the specs, but it never crashes. Which is really nice. Things just work as long as they're supported.
Son of a bitch! Holy shit!
Hey! I hit him with my bottle. PC's backwards compatible, going back to the 80s. Especially with GOG. I love PC for and it is backwards compatible with a lot of consoles too. Oh yeah, there's a big case for it. The only case I have against PC is that a lot of times when I go to stream something, there's a problem I can't capture the window properly while streaming, and I can't access my OBS window. Like if I had a separate PC for streaming, it would be fine. But trying to do it on the same PC. Or then I'll go to play a game and I think, oh, this would be better with a mod. I'm going to try to get the mod. And then I just kind of spend my time doing all that. And that's more because I'm, spoiled with the choices that it gives you. This is the easiest way to kill somebody. They don't see you. The arrow becomes more powerful. Oh. Gear, come on. Oh, nice. That was pretty nice if it had given me that arrow like 6 feet away. OBS is so bad, most people end up having a PC just for streaming. It's funny. Do you recommend anything else? I would switch to something else. OBS seems to work pretty well for me. A lot of guys here. Bomb might be good right here. It's not because streaming requires a whole other PC. It's because OBS streaming is dub crap. Oh. It's more like what I'm thinking. Okay, say I've got... I was trying to stream KOTOR. And if I got KOTOR on full screen, like big picture mode from stream, use XSplit, eh? Booth OBS. But funny is OBS game streaming. If you have the CPU for it, you recommend the software encoding. Yeah, I do the software encoding. Yeah, it's more of when I'm trying to access, like, I want to play the game, but then be able to go over and click on I want it to be full screen on one monitor, and if I want to click on OBS and adjust the volume, because I constantly adjust the volume while I'm playing. Jack it up for the cutscenes and down for the action stuff. Yeah, that's right, Nightbot. That's the one that has the best. So, before, when I didn't have a great CPU and I had a better graphics card, I was using the hardware encoding. And that worked pretty well. That's what I used for a long time. And then now I have a better CPU. Basically, no graphics card. So I use, yeah, I use a CPU. Works really well, I think.
Oh shit!
Limiting your in-game frame rate to leave some hardware left for obs. People usually stream in too high of a resolution. Yeah, no, it's not that for me. Like I'm not trying to stream like a high-end PC game and
Over here!
on the same PC that I'm using for obs. It's more of it's more just like the technicalities of it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Glad you're feeling positive, Ellie. I should have used a bomb on all those guys. That would have been great. Everything about these guys looks villainous, and like their hair pattern. Guy over there gonna flank me. Ah. I'm being too aggressive. Limiting, yeah, that makes sense. Limiting your in-game frame rate. Yeah, they stream having their game like maxed out, and the op stream is super fast. Right now, my biggest bottleneck is bitrate. A stable bitrate. Find a lot of game streamers streaming at 1080 60. If you multiple 1920 1080 60, it's over 124 million pixels per second. More stealth, Felix. That's what I'll do. That requires 12 upload. Was it really? 12? Wow. I think Twitch was saying you could do 1080 60 with like 6,000.
Found anything yet? You hear me?
And like 720 60 was 4,500, and then 720 30 was about 3,000. I'm doing 720 30 at 3,500. But I'm going through restream, so I like to send
God damn it.
send a bit more if I can. Ah! Oh god, look at that guy's dirty, gross face and hairline.
Yeah.
Anything less, you get compression artifacting and higher action scenes. Right. You can do 1080p 30s or 720p 60 at about 6,000. Yeah, I mean, it depends on the game, right? Like you're saying. If you're going to play The Witcher, or like Red Dead, or a bunch of right now I'm doing 720 30 at 3,500. And I was trying to do 720 60 at 4,500. And I used to always stream at 6,000, and that would be... I used to do 1080 30 at 6,000, and then like 7 and 8,000. And then even like a 1080 60 I tried at around like 6, 7, 8,000. But my internet connection in the last like 2 years has just taken such a nosedive for stability. Son of a bitch. 720 30 at 3,500 works well. Yeah. I mean, it is smoother for sure, and I wish I could do that, but it is what it is. And that's right. Yeah, like a phone or a tablet or something. They're just kind of killing time. We used to have this guy in Norway who would watch it on his TV. I just want it to be stable at this point. Stable and look okay. I spent a couple hundred more on getting the Elgato Pro so I could have some 60 FPS. Oh, crap.
Son of a bitch! Oh!
Before proceeding to get someone... Felix, your message seems like something I'd see on a game over screen. Before proceeding to get closer to someone for a stealth kill, use your listen mode to see if someone can see you. XSplit's free at 72030. I tried it. I think I had it and I was trying to... Oh, yeah. So XSplit Games Caster or the Broadcaster? Which one? So, like, what's the improvement? Like, better, is it going to look better? Run better? Alright. Smart editing is created. Broadcaster's more features. Gamecast would be nice when it supports DLive.
Go check over there. You, head down there.
I would like a really quick way to go through my YouTube videos and create like highlight packages, but the YouTube video editor is so clunky. I was thinking maybe installing my better video card and recording to the video card so then I could edit the streams offline, record while I'm streaming. XSplit has fewer encoding issues, so it runs smoother. And its game capture actually works. Yeah, I could try that. Yeah, it would just take learning a new system. I understand the OBS system pretty well by now. Got my scenes and stuff set up, but I don't have too much. Other than I have like Streamlabs going, my camera, my mic. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty simple.
God! Spread out! Flanker!
That was such a waste, but fun. XSplit even captures a RetroArch. Nice. Spoke to the OBS devs before. They've assured you they have no interest in Vulkan support. What's Vulkan? Highly illogical. Basically, the people at XSplit aren't doing anything to improve features. They have no interest. Oh, what OBS you mean? I noticed the video feed in DLive is pretty nice. Pretty smooth. Vulk is an API, an alternative to DirectX and better. A lot of new games are on Vulkan. Doom, Red Dead. Huh. I think the new Doom will be super fun. They got the bones of it figured out.
How do I get out of here?
OBS will never be able to game capture any of them. It seems to have issues capturing a lot of DX. Yeah, I remember always using the window capture. What am I trying to get into this house, I guess. I guess I could put it up against that window and climb in.
I don't want to get trapped in here.
Do you stream off the same computer?
I don't know. Where's the way out?
So creepy to see these cabins in the woods having the outside creep onto the inside. Window capture takes a huge performance hit. Makes sense.
It's on this side of the law.
But how come people can watch, like the top Twitchy people, and they're streaming at like 1080, 60? It streams fine. No buffer. Right, I guess that not everybody has the same internet, right? They're probably getting coding help from Twitch, I imagine.
I got this fucking kid.
Walking ring around the rosy. Vulcan. Exciting. Twitch transcodes down to lower settings. Yes. Well, if you're affiliated or a partner. I was an affiliate with Twitch. I think I still am. But they wanted me to not stream other places. And YouTube has always felt like home. And I like people being able to watch on DLive and all that stuff. You live Twitch, and a banker guy was telling a girl. Kids stream games. What kids do. Yeah. Whereas YouTube is just this like giant monster of resources going everywhere.
Keeping you alive here. There you go. There you go.
Dirty David. Dirty bastard David. What's he got in store?
How are you feeling?
Super.
Here,
They're cannibals, baby prince.
you should eat.
Yes, fatten up.
I know you're hungry. Been out for quite some time.
What is it?
It's deer.
With some human helping on the side?
No. No, I promise. It's just the deer meat.
You're a fucking animal.
As she eats off the floor on her hands and
Quick
knees.
to judgment. Considering you and your friend killed how many men?
They didn't give us a choice.
And you think we have a choice? Is that it? You kill to survive. And so do we. We have to take care of our own, by any means necessary.
So now what? You gonna chop me up into tiny pieces?
I'd rather not. Please tell me your name.
You're so full of shit.
On the contrary, I've been quite honest with you. Now I think it's your turn. It's the only way I'm gonna be able to convince the others
Convince them of what?
that you can come around. You have heart. You're loyal. And you're special.
Oh.
Ellie's the best.
Stupid little girl. You are making it very difficult to keep you alive. What am I supposed to tell the others now?
Ellie,
What?
tell them that Ellie is the little girl that broke your fucking finger.
How did you put it? Hmm? Tiny pieces. See you in the morning, Ellie.
Yeah, Joel. Antibiotics. Oh, not quite.
Ellie.
Oh man, the way they separate them, bring them together, have you helping him, her running away, going back. Now, Joel.
Ellie?
Soda pop. I told that kid not to be drinking soda pop. Oh, Warren backpack? No, he's good too. Sody pop. Oh man, are we gonna be walking with a limp now? Oh, we can heal up. Oh, Joel looks rough. I cannot wait to see who plays Joel and Ellie in the show. I wonder how far off it is. I mean, they're in pre-production now. They got to write it, cast, pre-production, shoot it, post-production. Probably a year and a half away. Year away.
Where the hell are you?
Where are we? Oh, this is a nice little house, Ellie. I mean, you didn't clean it much, but I suppose you don't want people to think that it's occupied, right? Occupado. Feed Ellie won't get infected. Yeah, 'cause she might be carrying it. I wonder who they're killing and who they're eating. Like people they find, or are they drawing straws to see who sacrifices? We said we got to protect our own, so it sounds like people that come into them. A note? No. No note. What'd I tell you, Ellie? When you leave the house, you leave a note. And that's why you always leave a note. Multiple ways. Yeah, they might get infected. When he said she's special, it sounded like he knew that she was, like they'd seen that she'd been bitten. This, man, that the snow-covered brick over there really looks like a telltale cell-shaded kind of thing. I gotta run
Ellie!
all the way there.
Where'd she run off to?
I don't think he knows. Yeah, when he said special, then it just got really creepy. So that was awesome that she played into it. Now that she's older. Oh, crap. Man. Poo Nazis. Let's try that again. See the death twerk he does? Raging Loyal Jr. So what happened there, old friend? Somebody was doing a video about a setup for 4K streaming to Twitch. Yeah, Twitch is not going to like that. Kill me. There's a lot of them, but they're just humans. I haven't seen any zombies for a while. It's cool they can switch it up like that. Keep it fresh. '90s The Archer. I love a bow. I think they know where I am. The sound was stacking. It was getting louder. Did they share an inventory? I don't think so. No, because she didn't have the snub nose. Or maybe she used all my bullets. It's a bit of a standoff we got here.
Run! Where is she?
Yeah, it's those cars there with the snow on them where they look sort of like a cel-shaded thing out of Walking Dead. Give me all the goods. Makes sense people who grab semis, U-Hauls, moving trucks. Hey, Silas. I'm running out of classic games to play, but we'll have some new ones coming out. So, Ori 2, so stoked for that. 7 Remake, Cyberpunk. I don't think they share an inventory. Joel still keeps his inventory before he went down in his backpack. True. What's my definition of a classic game? More like games like that I've been playing on the channel that I'd never played before that are must plays. Like when we played Shadow of the Colossus, the Metal Gear Solid series, Mass Effect, that kind of stuff. Last of Us, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy X, stuff like that. Getting it on the channel that's essential. Half-Life. Portal is one I should play. Ori and the Will of the Wisps comes out on the 11th. Yeah, I believe it's coming out Wednesday. Coming up real soon, like. Can you shoot an arrow through there and hit this guy in the face? Nope.
Don't worry nothing, you're gonna tell me!
Is that him yelling that? Kingdom Hearts? Yeah, we tried that.
Oh, shit!
No 10-2. Dragon Age Origins. So is Dragon Age Origins an essential? Interesting. Man. I don't want to go all the way back. Getting a heal up. Are you back to normal now? You're still going to be playing up your injury. Joel looks so less natural with the bow than Ellie. Is that because of Tomb Raider, maybe? Do we just associate the beautiful elegance of a bow with the feminine form? Give it a try. Interesting. Oh, he's still up. Started playing Shadow of the Colossus. So's Felix is playing that right now, Raging Loyal. Origins wasn't too bad, but the series tanked. Yeah, I'm talking like stuff that's you gotta play it. Portal is one that I think I gotta play, and I'm gonna play when I want to make up some evening streams. Inquisition had fun character creation. Character creation is wonderful, but not a game does it make. Why am I struggling with this guy? Ah! That was rough. I'm rusty with Joel. Good thing they said see you in the morning, so you know you have a bit of time to get there. It's just so well done. Like, you know, playing all the Mario games. I really thought I was going to enjoy Twilight Princess more. I was in a Zelda mood, and... Uh-oh.
Gotcha, asshole.
Uh-oh.
Finish him off.
I like how it's this sort of cinematic view, like it's a cutscene, but you still have the square and you're still active. Yeah. Oh. I thought he was going to do something brutal to him as he was, whatchamacallit, as he had him off the, oh yeah, off camera.
What the?
Gimme the Ellie! Now your turn. Oh, baby.
Now,
Oh, yeah, because he wouldn't know anything, like any direction.
is she alive?
Oh, God.
What girl? I don't know no girl.
Focus right here, right here. I'll pop your goddamn knee off.
It's cool because it's such, like, it's really horrible what he's doing, but you want them to get back together so much, or like, cheering him on. And you like that he's good at it.
She's alive. She's David's newest pet.
Pet.
Where?
In the town. In the town.
What town? Where?
Now you're gonna mark it on the map. And it better be the same exact spot your buddy points to. Mark it.
It's right there. You can verify it. Go ask him. Go on.
Is he going to give him a different map?
I tell you. I ain't lying. I ain't.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
Fuck you, man. I told you what you wanted. I ain't telling you shit.
Oh,
That's all right. I believe him.
No, wait.
you know, and it's amazing that they can make that feel brutal, even though the whole game, all you've been doing is brutal things like smashing people's heads in and fighting infected and killing people. But you're kind of seeing the turn of Joel. Like, everything that's made him so cynical and hard and maybe separated him from his brother earlier on, and why his brother hated him, he's mixed all that violence and darkness up with his love for Ellie, plus probably his pain for his daughter, and it's all this like horrible concoction swirling around in him, all in that one scene right there. Oh, and the word pet is brilliant, because exactly, like, a pet is something that you own, that you control, that you play with, that's going to bring you joy, right? Disgusting. Yeah, and they're cannibals, so yeah, you don't feel bad. Well, you feel less bad, but still a little. I mean, that's the wonderful thing about this game. Oh, man.
Wakey, wakey. Come on.
Let's go! Stop!
I warned you.
I'm infected! I'm infected!
Really?
So are you. Right there. Roll up my sleeve. Look at it!
I'll play along.
Could be a dog bite.
What'd you say? Everything happens for a reason, right?
What the hell is that? She would have turned by now. It can't be real.
Looks pretty fucking real to me.
wrong with these people?
Oh, Naughty Dog is so bloody amazing.
I need a gun. Okay. I can do this.
Now you got no inventory. Oh, I have a medkit for some reason. Joel isn't a good guy, basically, but he's gonna do good things for Ellie. But yeah, it's almost like he believed that guy and took pleasure in it. He didn't have to kill them. He didn't have to. Well, he had to torture the guy to get the name of the location. Oh man, I love that. You know what? Out of this entire section, the only part I remember is the battle with him, the final battle. That's like Bill Burr was saying, old friend, he really wants his daughter to learn MMA, you know. In case some guy tries to pull a move on you, BAM! You break his arm!
We heard gunshots.
It's like the first people in this game that have ever heard gunshots.
What? The girl. She's infected and she got out. This is bad, David. I need you to round up everyone who isn't armed and get them clear out of here. Find it. I'll take the kids to shelter.
Fuck.
MMA isn't going to do much? Of course it will. The thing with a gun is that, like, MMA, like, think about the problems you're ever going to have with people. Someone's going to grab you and try to do something. So if you know how to, like, do jujitsu or whatever, get out of that. A drunk person swinging at you, you know? What, are you going to pull your gun and shoot them? What, if somebody pulls a gun on you, you're going to pull a gun faster than they can shoot you? But it's not about arm wrestling. It's about just knowing how to, like, use their momentum and break their arm or something. Or throw them on the ground. What was it? Triangle attack! He's gonna drop a gun.
You're gonna pay for this, you little shit.
Track her down.
Stealth through this would be quite hard.
You, head down there.
I feel like they don't hear her as much as Joel. Monkey attack! It's about a guy being twice your size having a significant advantage in strength. Very true. But if you're, I mean, jiu-jitsu is all about, like, momentum and stuff, right? But if you know how to grab somebody's, like, finger and break it, like Ellie does, it's totally realistic. But I think knowing how to use a gun can be useful too. Just like to not be afraid of it, you know. If you ever come in contact with a gun, knowing how to unload it, break it down, that kind of stuff. Or shoot if you did know have to. Did need to. My dad had us learning how to shoot guns when I was kids. When we were kids. I wonder what it'd be like to shoot somebody. I mean, I've shot a bear. I remember that, every moment of it. But I was lucky. I shot it right in the neck from far away. Maybe like 500, I don't know, 300 feet off or something. I didn't see it suffer, you know. I think that could be a lot worse. They warned us about that in our classes for hunting. That, sometimes you'll wing a deer and you go over there and it's bleeding to death and it's suffering and it looks up at you with their big deer eyes. And a lot of people don't want to hunt ever again after that. Yeah, she doesn't know for sure. She's just thinking, well, maybe I am. I got you. Maybe I'm infected. She probably has never bit somebody before that has survived. You think I can get through there? He was watching the door pretty well. Jiu-Jitsu fails the moment their opponent does something they don't expect. Well, I think the whole point of it is that you you plan for different angles, and you kind of have it drilled so that whatever angle is coming at you. I'm not saying any one method is going to be 100% foolproof, but I think that doing something where you understand your body and how other bodies move and react is going to help. Can build confidence. Can be a good way to exercise. Can be hard on the joints, though, right? That's usually what lazy people like me say for exercise. Don't want to bodybuild. Hard on the joints. Yeah, well, so is being 50 pounds overweight. You know? That's fantasy. Bullets are not. Okay, you tell me the situation where you're going to be shooting somebody. Listen mode. Listen mode. I guess maybe what, somebody enters your house or something? People don't usually rob. I'd say 99% of the time people don't rob houses at night while you're sleeping. They come in the daytime when you're not home. If you're a woman, when a guy tries to rape her, pull a gun out of your pocket and kablamo! That's true. There you go. Yeah. Because if you were up close and you pepper sprayed somebody that close, you'd be in probably a danger of getting pepper sprayed yourself. Oh, crap. Yeah, I guess if somebody's like on top of you and they're trying to rape you and you can reach your gun and blammo them right in the skull. Bodybuilding is better for your joints. The only situation where it would be bad is if you take drugs to get to the weight your body can't handle. Which you can only really do for drugs. Like when they use the drugs to fatten up the chickens and they like crush their legs under their own big fat weight. Then we get better chicken. Super Gamecast, third person strangler. We're just talking about ways to kill people, to train our daughters to protect themselves. Got the door. Look how menacing that man is. Trying to rape my daughter? Die! Hiya, let me see them. Get down, Ellie. One punch down. You don't have guns there. If people had to have guns, it'd be very chaotic. Oh, goodness. The chickens. Yeah, okay. So how about a place like some parts of Africa where there's AK-47s everywhere and you've got gangs roaming around in jeeps shooting people, controlling people with weapons. Which show, Super Gamecast? Distant Worlds tonight? Or the show of Don't Rape My Daughter? She's gonna learn how to protect herself. She just needs to learn how to have a knife and stab a guy in the temple, like Ellie does. Right in the neck. Wanna rape me? Stabby stab. Or if you could wear a tampon that had like a weapon in it. Oh, The Last of Us show. Yeah, baby cakes. I'm so stoked for casting. You watch you're pretty up to date with a lot of youngish actors on the scene. Who do you think is going to play Ellie and or Joel?
You guys, go check over there. Where is she?
I don't know what they're going to do to her. It looks like they're just going to eat her. At that point, they just wanted to kill her. This is my killing hole. Like, look at that guy's hair. Not a protagonist hair. Villain haircut. Shaved weirdly and balding. maybe both at the same time. Before, during, and after. Don't know a lot of good guesses for Adam, to be honest. The girl who played Little Wolverine would be good. Yeah, she was pretty spunky. Who was the girl that played the young chick in you know that John Wayne movie remake? Where there's like a young girl and the John Wayne character is old and they have to go do something. True Grit. Who is that girl? She might be too old now though. That movie came out maybe 10 years ago or longer. They can't eat her now. They know she's infected. They don't understand. Now they just want to kill her. If you're balding, you're a villain. No, but it's more like the type of balding. The way he's shaved his head in this weird sort of horseshoe thing. That's a villainous balding. He's not keeping up on his shaving. Be like somebody with a scraggly beard, you know? Just kind of looks dirty. Man. I like that you can move while you're patching up and do your inventory and all that. You can multitask.
Check out this area. Check over there.
Who are you talking to? She's gotta teach Joel some of these moves. True Grit was a real long time ago. Like, I'm talking the remake, obviously. I always thought they should make like an X-23 movie. That's her name, right? The little Wolverine daughter girl. Chernobyl is super, super effective. And in the same vein, so they've... You hear that, Disney? This is what you should do. Hire people that have made successful things in the vein of what you're trying to do. So if you're trying to make Star Wars, yeah. What's his nuts was a good idea to start it off, J.J. Abrams. And then even though Rian Johnson is a very talented filmmaker, maybe sci-fi is not his thing. Sci-fi adventure. And don't hire a guy known for making the worst superhero movies. He's so stupid. Shiv Queen. You thought of The Last of Us. Cool. I think the PlayStation is adjusting to going, pausing the application and going back. The nice thing about Joel's age is you could have anybody kind of in their 30s, 40s, maybe 50s could play him. But what timeline is it going to be? Hopefully it's The Last of Us 1. I mean, the classic story of them. But then there won't be any surprises, right? Because we'll have known what happens. Oh, and it's going to be a series too. Oh, oh, oh! I want a picture of this PlayStation. Ellie, a dead guy, and a PlayStation. Should probably go, what the fuck is that? You guys used to sit around and play games? You guys are fucking weird. It's going to be The Last of Us 1. And it's going to be a series, right? Oh, yes. And it's going to be on HBO? Oh, mama cakes. Or is it going to be a Sony thing? Wow, look at this whiteout. This is what Stella, who's afraid of driving, anytime it snows, she thinks this is what it's going to be like when we drive on the roads. It'll be a whiteout. Yes, sir. Oh, baby. I could get more supplies if I go kill that guy. Yeah. I like how they lead you. See, Naughty Dog leads you by putting these barrels on fire. It's obviously like something you can see in the whiteout. That, who'd want to go there? No thanks. And the bell clanging. HBO producing a Sony Pictures signed on deal. And Sony has showed that they can play nice with others with the Spider-Man movies. Neil Druckmann's involved. Yes, the Chernobyl feller. It's all...
They're everywhere.
It's all coming together. I haven't watched more of The Witcher. Sony gets a cut, but it sounds like HBO really just giving it to the Chernobyl people. And see, that's where HBO succeeds, is that they give people a lot of creative license. Follow the barrels, Ellie. Follow the barrels. But make sure you loot along the way. It is sort of a horror game. Yeah, it's like a light horror thriller. Third-person strangler, as Maddie Super Gamecast called it. For those who don't know, Super Gamecast is the fella that reviews almost all the games on a90skid.com.
Holy shit!
Uh-oh. No. That felt fair. That felt really fair. If she doesn't get the jump on the guy, he's going to be able to just keep punching her. Sleep time. Well, of course, it's 11 a.m. And that's how he reviews that many games. Sleep time is now. Medkit gone. Oh, you hear that music? This ain't a good thing. This is such a cool way to, like, freshen up this environment and exacerbate the feeling Ellie has, but not really knowing where she is, how she's going to get out. The snow whiteout is so perfect. And to make the winter seem the most extreme it's ever been. Oh, look. Gobble Boy. Patriot Wings. Looks like Top Gun. Oh, Metal Slug. Looks like Tekken. I loved Double Bubble. Fighting Instinct. Iron Shell. ATM. That's a game where you always win and lose. I'm sorry. Sorry, Felix. I'm not stealthing. They're everywhere. I don't see... Oh, I see one. I got bitch slapped hardcore. Anything for me down here? And the whiteout's gonna help me too. Everything's working together. How many games have I done this year? Oh shit, I don't know. I don't know. Jedi. I didn't beat Star Wars Jedi third-person game. Got most of it done. Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, Final Fantasy 7, Yakuza 4. What else? Oh no! Bitey stab. Oh, wow. Jedi. Yeah, Jedi was... I appreciate what they were doing. I'll take the Jedi. Remake demo. Clang, 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 clang. I am a skilled phone repairer, Rasputin. What else have we been playing? Oh, we played a bit of Outer Wilds, Disco Elysium. I didn't get all the way through Disco Elysium. That's all we've played this year, actually. Yeah, I'll put the link to Star Wars here, sure. Do that for you. Even if you're a mod, it doesn't let you do it. Star Wars Jedi 90skid.com. Owen. There you go. Force Souls. You didn't like the Outer Worlds? Oh, Outer Worlds and Outer Wilds. That's the one we had. 14. That's crazy. Impressive. Most impressive. Outer Worlds, I think people were really excited that there was a Mass Effect type game that kind of felt like Fallout at the same time, but and the writing was strong in many parts, but I just really didn't really feel it for a lot of the missions, you know. I didn't get that kind of nice surprise that Mass Effect and Fallout missions often have. Like, and then you find out that they're cannibals. And then you find out that they actually use rubber duckies. They're all married to rubber duckies. Outer Wilds was really, really interesting. I didn't really get into the puzzle aspects of it, but I'm glad so many people really loved it because I loved the premise. Yeah, it ended up being more Mass Effect space. Best narrative, not best gameplay. Oh yeah, for sure. The gameplay's pretty generic. Dude, anyone who's trying to compare it to Mass Effect? Oh, for sure. It's very similar to Mass Effect, like with the way the dialogue goes and storytelling. Your compatriot side quests and all that stuff. But yeah, I like that Outer Wilds reached a big audience of people that appreciated it. It's Fallout-y. I'd say it's really similar to both Fallout and Mass Effect. Fallout is more systems-based. Like, systems-based and the RPG aspects of it and, like, putting things together, finding things. There's more of the RPG assemblage, whereas Mass Effect is just, like, stripped-down RPG storytelling and action, where I think that's more of a... I feel like the missions in Outer Worlds felt more like Mass Effect missions. Same dialogue as Fallout 4, which is dialogue inspired by Mass Effect. As opposed to the original Fallout dialogue, which was way more... No, that's not true. Fallout 4 had, like, those lame choices for dialogue, where you would go, like, surprised, disappointed, perplexed, and you had no idea what your character was going to say. I hated the dialogue in Fallout 4. Do you want to sound happy or joyous? And then you go, I don't know, press happy. Hey, fuck you, man. I didn't want to say that. Too bad. They'll remember that. The 1950s sci-fi, yeah, that was also a bit lame that they went right there with it. Yeah. Alright, good sleepy. Bye. Oh, bye, boy. Thanks for popping by, man. Mass Effect stole that from Notch at the Old Republic. Well, they didn't steal it. It was made by BioWare. So, yeah. You want to have, like, the length and some purpose to it and some weight and have an arc. I think that's actually where Mass Effect 2 falls off for me, is that everything just felt like a small episode that dead-ended because they were trying to fulfill so many arcs with the loyalty missions. It's the one I'd want to go back to the least, now that I've played it twice. Whereas I'd be more likely to go back to Mass Effect 1 or 3. Probably 1, actually. I really like the feel of it. Felix Vision. It's really, 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 really sad that there won't be another Mass Effect. Go to a building, kill everything inside. Yeah. I mean, look at the missions in this game are deal with a bunch of enemies with stealth or action. Cutscene. I mean, you can boil down any game to those essentials, but it's how they present it and mix it up and give you the motivations and different systems. Kind of looks like Silent Hill. Oh, and then, so the way that these burning cans are lighting the way, but it also is a nice contrast to the snow, and it's also foreshadowing what's about to happen. Ulfrin, Bethesda games really have a story worth sitting through. I don't know, would you say Prey? I wouldn't say that the story was the interesting part in Prey, other than the opening and... Yeah, the opening mission and realization that they totally spoiled in the trailers.
What was that?
Like, they're so desperate to sell their game, they spoil the best part, you know? I'm slowly crawling away and I don't get shot until I, uh-oh. Ah, man. This is not good. Once you start running, that's when you get hit. Yeah, but in an RPG game, it makes sense to be able to create your own character and how you want to look, especially in a game where you have multiple choices for how you're going to deal with things. You're creating a character and you're creating their story through your choices. Makes total sense.
It's so damn cold.
That's why I like when they don't voice the protagonist and they can have lengthier answers. Like Disco Elysium gives you so much more leeway with that. So does Divinity, actually. But they put all the resources into the strategy systems, writing and voice acting, because they had a much simpler style of presentation. The best RPGs I could list off recently, I mean, The Witcher had the best writing, but I didn't really like playing it. Divinity Original Sin 2, probably the best like choices and battle systems. Mass Effect for action RPG, like a nice blend of action and story and choices. Ooh, the Banner Saga for story and system and having a real weighty feel to it. Those are all sort of, I mean, that and Divinity are, they're a retro design. Of all time? Final Fantasy X? KOTOR? Knights of the Old Republic? Mass Effect 1? And 3? Shadowrun for the Genesis? Well, I would say that Divinity, you create your own character story. There's a lot of different ways you could approach things. Climb into the hole, rat. Oh boy. More fire. A bear. Well, that's what I mean, they're different, right? I really appreciate the linear nature of Final Fantasy X's RPG. Skyrim is probably the gold standard for that stuff. Creating your own character and creating your own story. But yeah, I mean, it's a balancing act when you're making a game. Like we were talking about with the guns. When she gets hit, it's not going to kill her to get grazed by a couple shots. You're not going to have to worry about having a wound. But if she died every time she got shot, it could become frustrating. Maybe not, actually. You just respect guns more. You put more emphasis on stealth. Well, you have your own character development when you play those games. But yeah, it's a trade-off. Large, expansive world with a lot of interlocking systems is going to cause bugs. Lots of character creation and open choice is going to have a different narrative arc for sure. When we are in need, we shall provide. Uh-oh!
How did you do it? It's all right. Nowhere to go. You want out? You're gonna have to come get these keys.
I've played Legacy of Kain.
No, you're not infected. No one that's infected fights this hard to stay alive.
Yeah, this is the part I remember.
Gotta admit, had me back there. For a second, you shook my faith. Only for a second. That was good, kid. It's gonna be all right. You know, you keep surprising me. Shame.
I think it's apples and oranges.
You know, you keep surprising me. That a girl.
Oh, he's a fast guy. Xenoblade Chronicles X, all the Persona games, Far Cry 5, Bloodborne, Dark Souls Trilogy, Sonic Forces, Freedom Wars, Soul Sacrifice, character creation. Yeah, and it's also, there's like apples and oranges of trying to compare Legacy of Kain or trying to compare a linear RPG and that story with a game that focuses on having more open choice character creation. And character creation and having open choice are also two different things too. Just depends what you're after. Some people really, really like customization. He's got to outrun his first sort of burst. And give him another stabby stab.
There
Half-assed cash grab? Look, you don't like something, that's fine, but I mean... I like a lot of Elder Scrolls games. So I don't really know what you're comparing them to. I really liked Fallout 3. Morrowind was my favorite vibe. I've never beaten an Elder Scrolls game, but I've loved playing them. I wasn't too big on Oblivion, and Skyrim I had a lot of fun with. But yeah, Morrowind was the one that seems to stick with me the most. Yeah, I played that, speaking of Legacy of Kain, I played that first one on the original PlayStation. Actually, they were both in the original PlayStation. But the top-down Zelda one, that had really shitty combat. It's one of those ones where they didn't really figure out how to do, like, blocks and dodges. But it was a really cool idea. of being an aristocratic vampire, sucking blood, that kind of stuff. And the CD format really hurt it in terms of like loading and stuff. But it was a neat game. And then Soul Reaver was very unique. I think that was Amy Hennig's, one of her first games. The game bugged out on you, Prince? I don't think they put less into them, but I think they just expanded wider and shallower. And also having to deal with more voice content is a bit of an issue. It's like in the HD era of the games, you can put different resources into things. Oof. You could have given her a Stone Cold Stunner. Joel! Welcome to Silver Lake. Silver Lake. Silver bells. Silver Lake has silver bells. My boo! Oh, what?
Oh, son of a bitch!
Thought I was just going to be running right in. Running right to Ellie.
Look, the kid is deadly. We don't know where she's gonna turn up next. Keep your eyes and ears open.
Look at that cretin. Dirty face. But not in a handsome way. See, he's got to waste a shiv every time. At least got this amazing. See, when he said motherfucker, I thought, oh, they've got me. Nope. He was just mad about his buddy. He broke again. Watch the Airbuster fight from Remake? Oh, I see. You're trying to keep yourself non-spoiled. What's an Airbuster? But yeah, it's choices they need to make. I mean, like with an indie game, usually they have more of a narrow focus. So you can have a really tight story, a lot of detail, but they're going to be limited resources, so they can't have everything. And then games that are wider, like, okay, The Witcher has a large world that's very pretty looking, but they made a sacrifice of not really having much going on in the world. It's just a bunch of NPCs standing around saying stuff. It looks nice, and if you ride past it on a horse really fast, it looks good. But if you stop and get out and try to explore and interact, it's not really a lot going on, right? But it's designed to work with the gameplay. And the gameplay... Oh. Whoa, one shot down. That boss, when you beat it, explodes a bridge and cloud falls in Darius' church. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I am a big fan of games having a more narrow scope. Because they keep adding different features and things that they're not going to flesh out properly, and you don't need to, you know. Like, The Last of Us doesn't... The Last of Us didn't need to have, like, character creation or conversation choice or anything. You can just focus on telling a really good story. This isn't gonna work. Man. Ah, poo. Okay, they didn't put in a block. You can press triangle at the right moment and you can move around, but block would be maybe like another animation, could be clunky, could add kind of one too many buttons and complicate it. Yeah, I'm all for games that are that just pick a couple things and do them extremely well. Like this game does. In good news, the connection is held strong. Well, you can just keep clicking not interested, Daryl, on all the 7 Remake stuff. And then it should probably stop showing up on the recommended. But yeah, once you watch something or Google something, it's a pretty big onslaught. You're going to be seeing ads for it. It's going to come in your dreams. Follow the bell. I think Naughty Dog are the best in the industry right now for having real, believable human beings and actual people. Oh, totally. Absolutely. It's... You so often forget. Oh, Ellie's back. Don't I get all her stuff?
What is this? Where the hell is Ellie's stuff here?
Is it a note? Meat ledger. Oh, God. 494 pounds, 1,200 pounds, 4,700 pounds, 50, 5,000 pounds, big haul. 16, 300, 6, 7, 3,400, 28, yeah. Meat haul. So they're getting how much meat how often? Every couple of weeks they do this. Or sometimes every month. Borderlands except the survival part? Yeah. I like how... Whoa.
Oh, Christ. I gotta find her.
See, like, what a nice reveal, eh?
I gotta find her.
You're close, and then... You can't see them until you're really, really close. Doesn't work as well going backwards, does it? See, now these, they have a way of kind of looking innocent, the way that they have more of like a feminine form, and they look soft and clean, other than the blood. And their face is covered. But the covering is clean. And Joel walks slower through there to add to the weight of the situation. There we go.
Ellie.
Is she gonna pass up from smoke inhalation so he can save her? This game's a really nice length, too. Long enough to tell a good story. Sort of like one season of TV. Just read a new interview with Kojima. Apparently the reason he creates games is to deal with his loneliness. Interesting. What a lonely world it is to make games. Although he does... Like, he went on that big tour. Met with, like, almost all the big developing studios. Checked out their technology and stuff. Seems to like to surround himself with, like, you know, creative people and find it inspiring that way. Like when I went... Oh.
I knew you had heart. You know, it's okay to give up. Ain't no shame in it.
I like how you're still controlling her. This is all gameplay. Sort of. You kind of like have to move it to the side, left and right. But they don't tell you, you know? That's what I love about it. And he doesn't see that knife, I guess? And now he probably does.
You can try begging.
Fuck you.
You think you know me? Huh? Well, let me tell you something. You have no idea what I'm capable of. Stop! Stop!
Fucking touch me!
It's okay. It's me. It's me. It's me. Look. It's me.
He tried to...
Oh, baby girl. It's okay. It's okay.
Joel.
It's okay.
They bring in like a totally new instrument and sound style for that scene, too. It's kind of like a whimpering stringed instrument, kind of cutting in and out. It's so perfect. And it's the first time they've done that too, just have the music and cut out all the in-game world stuff for audio. Baby girl. And that's what he kept calling his daughter? Oh. It's hard when a protagonist does something you don't really like. You know, when you start thinking of Joel as a unlikable guy or...
Ellie! Did you hear me?
No. What?
Look. Hospital. This is where we get off. Let's go, kiddo.
Kiddo, baby girl, kiddo.
Feel that breeze, huh?
How would Joel be unlikable? Well, I kind of have this memory of there being sort of like a weird connotation of him trying to replace his daughter with Ellie in a way that she doesn't like. Maybe losing her individuality and him being clouded by it and making decisions that don't fit. She doesn't like. That's just I don't know why I have that memory. Could be off, right? Baby girl, kiddo.
I tell you, on a day like this, I just sit on my porch, pick away at my six string. Yeah, once we're done with this whole thing, I'm gonna teach you how to play guitar.
Oh, that's what's
I reckon you'd really like that. What do you say, huh? Ellie, I'm talking to you.
Huh? Oh. Yeah, sure, that sounds great.
Yeah, so why is she being so weird now? And what were you looking at? Deer? Okay, maybe not a plot element. It's weird, though, that is something that's stuck with me about the game. Maybe it's this part. He's kind of coming over to thinking of her as this, like, daddy-daughter relationship, and she's kind of pulling away. Which is harsh because you've just, for the first time, you've controlled her as a player for quite a while. And then had this big emotional moment and they're connected. And now the game's being a dick. She's not looking at you. She's not talking. She's not listening. She looks really distracted and weird. Well, fine. Just a bunch of regular folk. Okay, what do you make with this powder? Nothing except sugar bombs. Don't really want to make a sugar bomb because it takes away my explosives.
I dreamt about flying the other night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Go on, tell me about it.
So, I'm on this big plane full of people, and everyone is screaming and yelling because the plane's going down. So I walk to the cockpit, open the door, but there's no pilot. I try to use the controls, but
It's a really fucking annoying time to have my bitrate pop down. Okay, looks like it's stable.
I obviously have no clue how to fly a plane. And right before we crash, I wake up. I've never been on a plane. Isn't that weird?
Well, you know, dreams are weird.
Snow section is the best part of the game, in your opinion? It definitely seems to be when everything comes together. And it's a time when the story elevates the action, where you just feel like you're using the action to actually participate in the story in a way where you're not thinking. That's what I like about this game so much, is moments like that especially, you don't feel like you're just playing, wow, that thing was picked clean, eh? You don't feel like you're playing a game. You just feel like, or you're watching a story. You feel like you're doing both at the same time. I think she has the skin tone of someone deceased. Maybe. It's like pale people when they die, they're going to look very natural when they're dead. In the coffin. You look so lifelike. That's what made it hard for me to play other games after the first time I played this one, is that this just blurred that section. I didn't feel like I was holding a controller and having NPCs tell me to follow markers on a mini map. Go get 5 of something or 10 of something, or go here, go there. It was.
Look at that. Another city. Another abandoned quarantine zone.
It does seem like there's not a lot of people in this world. I mean, the planet had 5 billion on it. America had 350 million. And I guess a lot of them turned. But where are they? Like, you see, all you really see are looters.
There's that hospital the Firefly mentioned. Come on, kiddo.
They're really hammering this kiddo thing. Yeah, it feels like it's one. It feels like it's working together. Whoa. Maybe this is the part I don't like. This kind of makes me feel creepy. Oh, I love that Art Deco. This looks like something you see in BioShock, covered in life. Rundown. It's more like the. Oh, I love the tree
Maybe we
bursting
come
right
through here.
Well, it's not bursting through. It was planted there. Just like this, him kind of calling her kiddo so much, and baby girl, and her not listening. Note to wife. Lucia, we made it to the quarantine zone. I wanted to call you, but all the phone lines are down in the city. They told us that they can deliver letters between the different zones, although it will probably take a week or 2 to reach you. We're in good spirits. Hannah talks about you a lot. She really misses you. I'm surprised at the calmness and maturity she's shown throughout this craziness. I feel like I've been the most emotional one. I find that she's comforting me most of the time. We've raised her well. Hope all's well on your side of the country. Hope to hear your voice soon. Love, Graham.
We didn't have a clue back then.
No. Just thought you thought the government would handle everything. Go to the quarantine zone. Your biggest problem is being bored. Birds are chirping. Finding loot. What a wonderful time. What are you gonna do, Joel? Are you gonna jump it?
Everything all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You just kind of seem extra quiet today.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's not. It's fine.
Is she taller now? Like, did she grow over the last couple of months? That looked like a buggy. She's just sort of growing up and growing away. I guess that's the thing with teenage girls and teenage boys. You go from, that must be hard as a parent. You go from having kids being inseparable from you and like wanting you almost to the point of being annoying. And then all of a sudden they're like, no, you're a loser. Don't be around me. Don't embarrass me. Limit Allah. I hate ya. 10 of them. Hopefully that works. You tell the internet what you like and don't like. I need a bloody piece of scissors. I feel like this is the thing I need to be moving around. Maybe it's this one.
Well, we could use that ladder.
No response.
Here we go.
Like the way they use the gameplay to tell the story is so genius. You're so used to like the going through the motions of it. Hmm?
Ellie. Ellie.
What?
The ladder. Come on.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 10-year-olds is it's an awkward age. Because that's all awkward, but our heart's not into it. My least favorite is 10-year-old boys. They're not like a cute little adorable kid anymore. They're not as smart as a teenager. Their whole life they've gotten by thinking that they're cute. Hey,
What is it? Ellie!
usually running
Ellie!
around with their snot noses. Being little dinks. Come on, Joel. Use the ladder. Oh, son of a bitch. Every other time you need a ladder? What's that? Trauma from almost getting
Gotta
eaten?
see this.
Maybe.
What is it? What the hell is...
Are you kidding me?
What? I don't remember there being such a lead up to it.
Come on, hurry up.
Just out of his reach. Just like her interest.
You see this? Shh, don't scare it.
I won't. I won't.
What are you doing?
It's all right. Come here. Come here. Hurry up. Come on.
Hey there. So fucking cool. Oh, where's it off to? Here, come on, let's go.
Slow down, kiddo.
Come on.
Yeah, there was a nice build up where she's running, she sees it, she's ahead of you. After pulling away a bit, the build up with the music, you know the giraffes are in the zoo. And then to show that with all of humanity's problems and like your civilization and technology may crumble, but life still goes on. Right?
Oh, man. Wow. Look at those things.
Unblock the view, Joel.
So, is this everything you were hoping for?
It's got its ups and downs, but you can't deny the view, though.
Like, this is a gameplay moment, and you can just stop it anytime you like, or you can just enjoy it. Well, you actually do enjoy it because you've been spending most of the time getting hunted and beaten and brutalized. You're not worried about people sneaking up behind you or terrible things about to happen to push a story along. Sort of like in Life is Strange when they just sit on the bed in the rooms and listen to a full song. This would be a good PlayStation dynamic background theme, you know?
We don't have to do this. You know that, right?
What's the other option?
Go back to Tommy's. Just be done with this whole damn thing.
After all we've been through. Everything that I've done. It can't be for nothing.
It's interesting how effective it is to see that giraffe go when you know it's the last one, and you know that as it goes, you're seeing less and less of it, and eventually it'll be gone. You know, he's seeing that last glimpse, almost their time disappear. I've got to get going pretty soon. I'm gonna drive to Montreal and watch that Distant Worlds, and I wouldn't mind having a shower and stuff, and yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. I think I'm gonna call it here, but I'll be back. I'm not going to taking a couple days off. When? Taking a couple days off. Not next week. Ori 2 is coming out next week. But the week after that, I'm taking a couple days off. Thanks, Daryl. And Prince, Distant Worlds, yeah, man. Oh, I'm so excited. I'll probably do some like bloggy stuff. It'll be on our Instagram. And maybe I'll edit together for a YouTube, but I'm not sure. Instagram's just so easy, you know. Just take a picture, you take a boomerang, do a little live video, just put it right on there. It's easy, right? So check that out if you'd like. Maybe I'll take some sneaky video of the actual concert itself. Our Instagram is a 90s kid, A90S kid. Get a selfie with Nobuo Uematsu. Oh, I was saying how Yoko Shimomomomomomoma was gonna be there, the Final Fantasy 15 composer. She or he is not, actually, because of the coronavirus. Isn't that cool? Hope I don't have to sit near by anybody that might be sick. Infected. Are you infected? She's infected! Yeah, but because in 2 weeks, so not this week coming up, but the next one, I'm going to be in Montreal Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Shit, I won't be back till like Sunday. So I'm going to miss a lot of days next week, so I'm going to start doing some evenings to make up for it. And maybe, possibly, tomorrow morning. And maybe the Monday. I kind of appreciate having a day or two off. Just to give my brain a recharge. So maybe I can start doing the evenings and can do like Portal or something. Or some other short games that'd be pretty fun. Those would probably be happening between 7 and 9 Eastern time. Maybe like 8 o'clock would be good, so I could go till 10-ish. Still get a good sleep. That'd be interesting just to see how late night streaming goes. Hopefully the internet holds up as well. Yeah, I'm thinking Portal would be a good spot to start because it's one of those must-play games. And it's short. And it's, yeah, short enough that I could complete it. Maybe some old classic games like, I was trying to get through Silent Hill 1. I haven't played that for like 2 years now. But you know, I could probably play that with a walkthrough and make some decent progress with it. I had wrote down a few more. Maybe I'll play my favorite game of all time, Shadowrun for the Genesis. Although that would seem crazy to not play that in the regular time slot. That bluesy note, so nice. Let's see, what have I written down here? Firewatch Dreams. Oh yeah, Ring Fit Adventure. Oh yeah. Adam's Venture. Portal seems the way to go. I'm just worried about being a dummy. Okay, I'm out of here. Thanks so much, everybody. Usually I take Sunday, Monday off, so not sure if we'll be back tomorrow, but because I'm going to be missing that week, I might. Keep you posted on Discord and our Instagram. Goodbye. Thank you so much. Did I save? The giraffe.